All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, we live in an age where almost everybody goes to the gym. I feel like a lot of people have started going to the gym like after COVID. It's kind of like a norm to go to the gym. Before COVID, not a lot of people went to the gym. Now it's kind of like an internet trend because everyone wants to be, strong and built. So today I found a video called How Social Media Ruined Fitness. Now, I don't know if social media ruined fitness. I would say maybe social media has like the whole looks maxing thing of having to have a chiseled jawline and doing stupid things to look like people that you would just never look like. I feel like a lot of young teenagers try to strive to look like this guy who is like a perfect has a perfect symmetrical face when they just can't, and they try everything to look close but they just can't, and so it just messes up their mental because they just, I'm ugly, I don't look like this guy who I saw online. So I don't know. I feel like it can ruin your mental health. But yeah, I found this video called How Social Media Ruined Fitness. So yeah, let's check it out.
Social media has completely ruined the fitness bubble. From being a place where people share their progress, giving each other helpful tips and support, to becoming a haven full of hate, negativity, PED abuse, body dysmorphia, scams, and much more.
You can never look good enough. You can never look good enough.
But how did we even end up in this situation? Well, it all begins with one thing: social media. You see, when social media first came onto the scene through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. over the last 2 decades, fitness content wasn't like it is today. It was filled mostly with tutorials and tips where people with experience in the gym would show you how to work out. Guys like Scott Herman, Alan Thrall, even Athlean X, and many others centered their content exclusively around showing you what to do to build the body of your dreams. It wasn't until around 2010 when a certain somebody called Aziz Shavershin, or Ziz, started popping off that the fitness scene started twisting in a different direction. Now, most of my audience know who Ziz was, but for those who don't, he was basically the first modern day fitness influencer. He didn't get famous off of his advice necessarily, but rather his physique and his persona, which many would later try to replicate. He was known for all of these catchphrases like "You Myron bra" and his motivational speeches, and he ushered in what many refer to as the era of aesthetics, inspiring thousands in the process, but ended up passing very young at age 22 in 2011. And this sparked a whole new concept: the social.
What happened to him? He was like 20.
2011. And this.
Wow. I'm aware like a lot of fitness influencers, or like a lot of people that take tons of steroids and stuff, they do pass away at young ages, but he looked pretty healthy.
A whole new concept: the social media fitness influencer.
Yeah.
Back then, social media
some 12-year-old
concept. The social media fitness.
Some 12-year-old will see this guy look nothing like him and be like, I need to look like him. You don't need to look like this guy. Be attractive in your own way. Not everybody's gonna be a 10. I mean, he looks like Leon from Resident Evil 9. He should cast Leon.
Influencer.
Yeah.
Back then, social media platforms weren't as widely used as they are today, but the growth seen by the online fitness community over the next decade would be insurmountable, with influencers like Jeff Seid, Matt August, David Lade, and later into Alex Eubank, Noel Diesel, Larry Wheels, Greg Doucette, Jeff Nippard, and many more. The fitness bubble has exploded. It has become mainstream, and while I think that is generally considered
everybody has a promo code for this, like, oh, go buy this protein shake or this protein cookie bar that has 20 grams of protein, but a million grams of saturated fats.
Because who doesn't want training, nutrition, and taking care of yourself and building muscle to become normalized? At the same time, this burst of popularity has.
I feel like it's, and sorry, I'm pausing too much. I feel like it's like anything. It's too overflowed. Like there's too many of everything now. There's too many people that make the same content. There's too many people that there's so many copies everywhere. There's like a million guys on Instagram Reels that you'll see promoting protein bars and shakes. They all have a promo code, like I said. And then even other things like streaming, you'll see 1,000 of the same copy. Like even in music, one guy pops off and then that breeds 1,000 other people. So I mean, it's just
also cost some
no one's original anymore.
Desirable traits to develop within our own community. But before that, a quick word from today's video sponsor over at Pulsetto. If your nerves might suffer, and that's where Pulsetto comes in.
Oh, they have a jump ahead feature now?
to their
That's
website
nifty.
in the description. Now back to the video. Because somewhere along this line, fitness stopped being about getting better and instead started being about getting attention. And
Yeah.
those two things are more like opposites in my
Literally just
eyes.
being
Social media platforms do
clip farming. Literally clip farming.
not reward
Well, what's the weirdest thing I can do in my clip to make me get a lot of views and
accuracy,
money? I mean, I respect the money grind, but
nuance, or even honesty, but they do reward engagement. And the easiest way to get engagement is through extremes. Just think about it for a second. Nobody in their right way to get engagement is through extremes. Just think about it for a second. Nobody in their right mind clicks on a video that is titled a balanced approach to hypertrophy training with moderate volume and appropriate rest and recovery. But they will click on a video titled why everything you know about training is wrong, or do this one exercise to grow your chest overnight. And even though clickbait and bold claims have been around for a long time, it's only
how to get a six-pack in 1 week. Start by doing 15 push-ups every single night
recently
before
that
you go
it
to bed.
started to really burn. With the explosion of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, most content, including fitness and health, got compressed into 15 to 60-second clips. A video which would have been over 10 minutes long is now compressed to retain viewership.
Yeah, and now people can't even watch a full video. You know, like people probably swipe halfway. Oh, it's not engaging enough.
It's heavily edited to be entertaining, and in that format, the nuance just dies. On top of the fact that due to our ever-regressing attention span, many don't even catch or remember what is being said. It's often that the physique presenting the information gets more attention than the actual information. Or a video where somebody is just flexing or highlighting their physique will get a lot more attention than somebody who is talking actively about training or nutrition. Or heck, bold claims, which are a lot easier to remember, will occupy people's memories way easier than a longer and more nuanced take.
Is there any watch out foods that people think are healthy, but if I was trying to have an optimally healthy heart, I should avoid it?
This is going to surprise you. Excessive fruit, because there's too much fructose in it.
Fructose being the sugars.
Fructose is sugar, and fructose
I eat a lot of fruit. I think a lot of fruits make your teeth yellow as well. I eat a ton of fruit. Like sometime for breakfast, I'll just eat fruit. Fruit and a protein bar. That'll be my breakfast. Well, after the gym, because usually I just eat fruit in the morning and then I'll come back from the gym and have
fatty
protein
liver
bar or something.
And on top of this, the nuance required to actually give solid fitness advice is rarely present when you only have a short format. Like, you can't explain progressive overload or fatigue management or injury risk or complex nutrition science in 30 seconds or less. So instead, many creators opt to simplify their message, then they oversimplify and eventually just distort the entire message that they're trying to convey.
This is why the world of fitness
It's not even
is
that. It's just no one remembers because they don't remember the video for the content. They remember it for the abstract thing that you did in it. Like, if it's some like super jack guy lifting weights, they're not gonna remember what he's talking about. They're gonna remember being like, "Oh, that guy's strong. Let me just do what he does." You know, it's like
it's because of people like this.
Counting calories, it's actually making you leaner. It's making you store more fat. She's that little man over there. I've got dried spunk that's older than him. But instead of learning from me, he's sitting there making videos. Stupid kids, wake the up.
As an end product of this tomfoolery, you get black and white thinking, just like this exercise is trash, or this is the only way to build muscle, and if you eat this food, you will get cancer and die. And these things are also very present in the evidence-based lifting scene, often because people want to stand out, to be controversial, or to say something different to get engagement, instead of providing something actually useful and nuanced. And suddenly, the beginners aren't learning
what is he doing?
Anything. They're just getting whiplash from all the information out.
You don't need to do a workout like this to grow your triceps. You don't. There's like, if you want to grow muscle, just go literally watch a 10-year-old video. You don't even have to watch a video. Just go to the gym and like the machines tell you how to. You don't have to do this. This is too much. He's got like 2 restraints.
There,
like, no,
most of which just contradict itself. One day you may have to whiplash from all the
why is he even holding this?
Out there.
That's not even a part of the.
Just contradict.
That's a piece to another machine. Like that's supposed to go here. He's just holding on to it. Just like what are you doing?
One day you may have someone saying squats are essential. The next day they're terrible for your knees, and then they're only for advanced lifters.
You're hearing so much information. It's like you don't know what to take in. That's the problem. You're hearing oh, what are the best stretches to do? Okay, well, this one's the best. And then you swipe down, and then that guy's insulting that stretch. Do these instead. You know, it's like you don't know. It's
by
too much.
how higher
It's like I said, it's a problem of too many people being in one space.
work is better for advanced lifters if they want to grow muscle. It becomes more like entertainment disguised as education, and I've talked about this a lot before in some of my previous videos. But the algorithm loves it, or like Mr. Beast would say, the audience loves it. Because the people watching are essentially the ones producing their own algorithms. And outrage, or simple statements, engages people a lot more than anything, which is why the current meta is more centered around bold claims, rage bait, and than anything.
That's how.
Which is why the current
That's how every gym video looks.
meta is more
It's got like some face tracker,
centered around bold claims, rage bait,
big red caption. The video is 14 seconds long, and the average viewer retention is like 2-3 seconds.
and in many cases just spewing obvious lies. But at the same time with all this happening, there is also
because rage bait gets engagement, and engagement pays more.
been another shift, and this one is way more serious in my opinion. Performance enhancing drugs have gone from being hidden and taboo to being normalized to being straight up marketed. Now you got some influencers openly.
You got some like 16-year-old influencer being paid to, you know, take some
talking about cycles, SARMs, peptides, TRT, sometimes responsibly, which is awesome, but oftentimes not. And many only show the positives, like how certain peptides can aid in injury recovery, but not even mention that the long-term consequences are completely unknown. And the audience consuming this content, well, a big part of them are kids, 15, 16, 17-year-olds who haven't...
It's just they don't care. They just want to look good, and the main goal is like, I want to look like that guy on my screen at 3 a.m. I want to look like him, and if he says take this, I'm gonna take it.
Even finished puberty are now being exposed to conversations about hormone manipulation. Like it's just another.
Look at that guy's skin. That's clearly not healthy. That is not healthy at all. I mean, yeah, he's jacked, but like, dude.
Supplement.
Are you natural or not?
You're gonna die at like 32.
I'm on SARMs.
Can you tell me which ones?
LGD, YK11, MK, I think 28.
I remember when I was younger, people told us creatine would ruin our kidneys and make us go bald. Like, the contrast is pretty darn. Told us creatine would ruin our
too much creatine. It's when you're taking a bunch of creatine powder and you're not drinking water, it's like taking protein. Drinking protein shakes or even protein bars and taking any protein and then not working out and that's just going to be fat.
Kidneys.
Same thing with creatine, with not drinking water. People take creatine. People go to the gym one day a week and then leave the gym and drink soda and then take creatine and then like you're not
make us go bald. Like, the contrast
is
pretty darn disturbing. And we've seen cases like Eric English or teenagers already stepping into PEDs without even getting any real foundation of training, nutrition, or knowledge on PEDs, posting their transformations on social media, which in turn produces insane expectations for teens and kids just starting out. Like, your frontal lobe is still 10 years away from being fully developed, and you're just messing with your mind for the long run, and if you get mediocre results, you're just gonna feel like an absolute failure because these kids on social media are doing way better. And it doesn't exactly help that we now have AI transformations which drive these concepts even further. And when you combine that,
that guy's not 56.
Kids on social media are doing way better. And it does
56 is too old. You should try it.
Doesn't exactly
stop trying.
help that we now have
that's just not real.
AI transformations which drive these concepts even further. And when
it's not even a real person.
Combine that with unrealistic physiques being presented as achievable through social media, you get a perfect storm for body dysmorphia, which is now on the rise.
Exactly.
The new standard isn't just about having abs and some vascularity or even benching 2 plates, which a couple of years ago was considered impressive. Now it's basically being chemically enhanced, but presented as considered impressive.
What in the world?
Now it's
thousand reasons to stop.
Basically,
what are you doing? What are you doing?
Being chemically
put the weight
enhanced,
down.
but presented as a new normal. Like, this kid came in and benched 4 plates after a few months of benching, which isn't even going to be achievable for most people on PEDs. Even in cases where creators are open about their use, the damage is already done. And even though I think it's generally better to be open about it than to lie to your audience, unless you are clearly emphasizing the downsides and the negative side effects, the impact will often be an overall negative. And then there is the other side of the industry, especially on platforms like Instagram. The line between fitness content and adult content has gotten, let's just say, very blurry. Like, you'll see workout videos that are clearly not about training at all. They're about clicks.
Yeah, these are the same women that are like, oh, the men in the gym are looking at me.
Attention and monetization through other platforms. Like how many will post lightly clad videos or photos of themselves on Instagram just to transfer that engagement through other platforms like OF. And it's not just the women, but also a lot of guys are doing this. Heck, even Larry Wheels opened one up at some point. And even though the adult movie industry is a totally different topic on its own, it's slowly clawing its way into fitness. And again, the algorithm pushes it as long as people continue to click.
These people need to be kicked out of the gym.
And watch. It's not like it's illegal to drive engagement through OF via Instagram, for example, because it works. But what it does is distort what fitness even really means. Like, it turns from a performance-driven, health-focused pursuit into just pure aesthetics, validation, and attention. For a lot of guys, it's about chasing that unattainable size and leanness, comparing yourself to guys on steroids.
Unattainable. It's just... it's unattainable in that amount of time, you know, like,
or just even better.
You won't look like this. Your legs are not going to look like this with 2 months of training. They're just not. Like, this is I mean, this might even be AI.
And leanness, comparing yourself to guys on steroids, or just even better natural lifters with better genetics. For women, it's the pressure to look a certain way and present themselves in the perfect way online. Like how we're now seeing wedgie tutorials on how to make your butt look a certain way in leggings. Like, what does that have to do with training? Does that really help anyone? Like, we have people who go to podcasts and just say things randomly for clicks and attention, even if they secretly
has no idea what he's talking about. Like, no idea.
Know that what they're saying
Some guy, he has no background in any of this. He's just talking.
Yes, because at the end of the day,
some guy will see it and be like, okay, I'm gonna do that now.
What performs best? Guys like Greg Doucette has built massive channels off of high energy, aggressive critique content. Heck, I do it a lot too, because that's one of the best ways to get your word across, even if I try to be nuanced and two-sided with all my critiques, alongside guys like the Anabolic Stick, Solomon Nelson, Josh Brett, Big Sean, etc. Even Jeff Nippard has talked about how titles and thumbnails have to walk that very fine line between accuracy and clickability. It's not like creators are the biggest problem, at least not always. It's more the environment we find ourselves in that pushes everyone in the same direction. So how do we fix that? Because obviously something is off. And no, we're not going to be able to fix social media overnight, but there are ways.
Everybody shouldn't be able to run a health, not health account, a gym, whatever.
The industry can improve for a better direction. First of all, I think creators need to take more responsibility. That means that you have to be open about your.
Creators shouldn't make slop, or like they shouldn't like clickbait or health content. When it comes to like gym should be taken seriously, not like some what is bro doing in the gym? He's like doing some stupid work. Like, can we make it, you know, like, serious?
Or at the very least, not imply that you're
like people are watching those videos, like genuinely trying to, you know, improve their life, and then you got some guy over here just playing around in the gym, you know, like not even
natural when you're not. And if you're gonna be open, I also expect you to talk about the negatives and the potential side effects. You have to avoid absolute claims.
Take this creatine every single day and go to the gym 1 day a week and you'll be bigger.
The reality is often more nuanced, and saying things like that exercise is useless, or you're gonna get injured doing X, Y, and Z, don't eat this food, etc. are definitely not helping. But I also think that we have to prioritize long-term credibility through being
it's not realistic,
authentic, open, and not just vividly chasing views. Because even though views are of course important, you kind of need them to build a sustainable online fitness brand, your audience and the people in general will benefit more from genuine content. Secondly, the platforms we work on need better incentives. Because right now, outrage and extremism are more rewarded than anything. Like, there is no real system in place to elevate accurate, evidence-based content over viral clips and nonsense. And until that changes, I think the cycle will just keep repeating itself. Third, and I think this is the most important one, the audience and the people who use social media have to get smarter. The audience
just take like
and the people who use
like
social media have to get smarter, because at the end of the day the algorithm follows you. It's like how AI have to get smarter.
How many dots do you reckon are on this screen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like there's got to be like 1,000, and there's got to be like 1,000 dots. There's like 28 right there. There's got to be. I'm
Because
sorry, I'm
at
getting distracted.
the end of the day, the algorithm
That's a
follows
lot of
you. It's
a
like
lot.
how
That's a
AI
lot of
channels like
stars.
these are now on the rise because people apparently watch it. Even if you see rage bait videos, like, don't comment on it, don't engage with it, just scroll, and the algorithm will not show it to you more. Sometimes people get trapped in an endless negative loop because they keep engaging with content even if they don't really like it. Like if you see an AI transformation or you see somebody spewing nonsense, just dislike it and move on, or just click the do not suggest button. And you don't have to spend time comparing yourself to the people you see online. Like, they have different genetics to you. They're often living
That's
off
the
of
biggest problem. People see these guys, like these obviously, attractive looking men, and like some like 13-year-old boy would be like, I want to look like him. I want to look like him. I want to have big muscles and a big chest, and like you got to work with what you have. You can't strive to look like him. Yeah, you can strive to have that body shape, but you got to be realistic about it. Obviously, he's going to be like, yeah, do this, take this, use my code. Like you have to be realistic about it. And obviously, I'm saying that as almost a 20-year-old. I'm not fully responsible or fully knowledgeable on any of this stuff. But like a 13-year-old wouldn't know, this. They're just gonna be like, oh, I want to look like that.
how they
And,
look, and many take PEDs on top of it. I would argue the average steroid user has a physique similar to a good natural lifter. Fitness and muscle building, strength, etc. at its core is actually very simple. You train hard with a good plan, ideally one that's adapted to you and what you want to achieve. You recover properly, you sleep well, you eat well, you stay consistent, and you do that for years at a time. But if you just said that, you wouldn't go viral, and maybe that's the biggest problem of all. But personally, I think the worst thing is that we are not as supportive of each other as we should be. Like, it's fine to criticize, especially if somebody says something with ill intent or something that harms people. But if somebody is just posting their deadlift max or bench PR, then what is the value in commenting about their form being crap, or how the deadlift is nonsensical, or anything else that is purely destructive? And if somebody posts their 1 or 2 year transformation video, why do people say that, oh, this is not impressive?
bad.
1 or 2 sensical, or anything else
wonder
that
how
is
long-
purely destructive? And if
I wonder how long it.
somebody posts
I mean, look at his arms here. He got like skinny arms.
their
His whole like.
1 or 2 year
Oh yeah,
transformation
that bicep's growing too.
video, why
Oh yeah, abs now.
do people say that,
See, that's a natural lifter.
oh, this is not impressive if the results
And
are
to be
sensical,
honest,
or anything video?
that's like 3-month progress, probably. That's like maybe 3 or 4 month progress.
Why do people say that, oh, this is not impressive if the results are normal? And if the person actually has good results, then they say they're on steroids. Like, you can't win, and this might not have anything to do with the fitness industry on its own, but I think that in the bubble designed to be all about improving yourself, pushing limits, getting healthy, building muscle, etc., that we should at the very least aim to make others feel good and to stay motivated and to keep going. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I know this one was a bit of a rant, but I figured it was a suitable video considering these circumstances and everything that's been happening in the industry and across the world lately. So for my fellow gym bros, stay active, help each other, be critical,
Yeah,
and I'll see you
support.
all.
Support and be knowledgeable. That's all I have to say. That was a good video. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got the message here. If you go to the gym, if you watch like videos online, don't be too critical of what's happening in the videos. Like, be realistic about it. Go to the gym, do what you know is healthy, and you should see progress. So yeah, thank you guys for watching though, and until next time, I hope you guys have a great day or night, and peace out.